And I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever.
September of 2013 marks the 50th anniversary of integration on campus, but the problem is still alive. The Mallet Assembly, a student-run organization that celebrates equality and diversity, took a stand and decided to do something about the recurring acts of segregation.
Recently, we began documenting acts of injustice on campus which we feel need to be brought to light.
I want all of you to stand with us and continue this commitment.
Racism, real or perceived, is wrong no matter what. I'm of the opinion that discrimination will always be around as long as there are people that are complicit and letting it continue.
You at home, your tax dollars go to pay for the leases for all the fraternity houses and all the sorority houses on campus. Your tax dollars at work are going to institutionalize racism. That's part of why this is a very big deal.
The Mallet Assembly has always fought for the rights of minority groups, but there are still instances on campus where they are excluded. At the beginning of every school year, there's a big pool party to welcome back the students. There will be black people there, but most of them are football players or ex-football players. The first game we went to, the dude said he couldn't let us in because we didn't have on swimsuits. Somehow, within the 14 seconds it took us to get to the other gate, they were at max capacity.
I love Alabama! Nope. I don't want it. Nope.
It was clear that there weren't a lot of minorities there.
A lot of the old wounds from Alabama's transgressions are still open.
The University of Alabama campus at Tuscaloosa is under a tight security guard of state police as Governor George Wallace prepares to confront a deputy U.S. attorney. The federal officers are armed with a proclamation from President Kennedy urging the governor to end his efforts to prevent 2 Negro students from registering at the university. 5 minutes after the governor leaves, James Hood is the first of his race to become a University of Alabama student.
The Mallet Assembly was founded in 1961 by Dr. John W. Blackburn to foster integration in on-campus housing. Since then, it's been at the forefront of keeping the university on task with integration.
It's not something that, oh, it's 50 years ago, we don't need to worry about this anymore. No, it's still a problem. And it's definitely a problem here on campus when it comes to Greek life.
But it's not even that the people in the Greek organization are racist, like the individuals inside the fraternities. It's just that that's how they're like taught to act around minorities.
Sometimes the progressive organizations will come together, hold meetings. We've held some in our basement in this dorm before.
This isn't the first year that an African-American student has tried to pledge one of the historically white Greek organizations and been turned away. It just happens that this year, one of the students is the granddaughter of a trustee.
I went to law school at the University of Alabama. I started there in 1969 in the first class of African Americans that the University Law School admitted. I have 2 sons. who both graduated, and then a daughter. All of them finished the University of Alabama Law School. So all my children are lawyers. Kennedy, my granddaughter, she, 4.3 grade point average, and just an outstanding student who had a chance to look at Alabama up close and decide to go. Now, how she feels about it now, I don't know.
At the time that I went through, the SGA president had a number of executive assistants, and they were over certain aspects of campus life. I had applied for one of those positions and did not get them, and in my mind, they went to members of fraternities and sororities whose family members had gone through Alabama.
A professor used the term enclaves of privilege. They've set up these enclaves of privilege with university backing, but in time, we'll all grow as people from having a more comfortably intermingling campus. And I think we all can really get behind that.
Hi.
I'll just make sure y'all are off the private property.
It has to be a long, long process of fostering not only integration and diversity, but also just general good personhood. Just being nice to people. And I think we all can really get behind that. We're gonna have to do a lot more.
You know, it's like tight. It's for that summertime muscle, you know what I'm saying?
On September 18th, the Mallard Assembly and a number of other organizations held a rally on campus to take a stand against racism.
Students at the University of Alabama have become disgusted and embarrassed by the state of racial segregation that continues to this day on our campus, and ultimately not doing anything about the white-black division.
Good morning, y'all. All right, so here's the deal. Find someone you don't know, hold their hand, be diverse. This is a largely quiet demonstration to bring back memories of the vivid 60s. So keep that in mind as you're being polite and orderly.
Because of those who have the bravery to speak out, there have been actions within the past few days that have begun our walk towards progress. However, there's still so much to do. These issues are not easy and will not be fixed overnight.
I'm slightly concerned that now it looks potentially to the national media like the problem is solved and University of Alabama is not racist after all, and that's not the case. There's much more work we need to do, and I hope that the success and positivity of this event has not derailed the serious negativity that we're fighting.
It's a beautiful night here. All the beautiful ones.
Let's do the Alabama fight song.
You guys might know about the song Alabama Football. I've been trying to sell to the university for a couple of years now. You remember it goes, and we sing it at game days like Alabama football, 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 Alabama football. Roll tide, fuck everybody else. Alabama football, Alabama football, Alabama football. Roll tide, roll, give me that. 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 Roll tide, roll.
Today we took what will hopefully be the first step of a 1,000-mile journey to end discrimination here and hopefully in other institutions that have sort of set themselves up as bastions of injustice.
Where's it start? Where's it start, Walt? D? Roll tide roll. Roll tide roll.